Why is dating so complicated nowadays? Like, why?
Ladies, let's talk online dating because
I personally think a lot of men out here don't like women, they like men.
Why does dating suck in this era?
I saw a statistic the other day, and it basically said there are more single people now in their 20s to 30s than there have ever been.
if I wanted to be more stressed about men, I went the right way about it.
Do you guys have a fear of commitment?
Because it's hard to find people that you have a connection with.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to DesktopDrop. Let's dive in.
I don't get it. Help me. Because I tried online dating about 3.5 years ago and it didn't go very well then. And I really haven't got much hope for it right now. But how else do you meet someone? How do you meet someone these days? I've been single, happily so, for 8 years. And I am very content. I'm very happy in my life. But I would love to share. I would love to experience what love is because I haven't had many good experiences with men. I just want to be treated the way I treat people. It shouldn't be that hard, should it? Apparently it's really hard. So how else do you do it? Like, I have recently put myself out there with a man I liked at somewhere I go to all the time, and turns out he had a girlfriend. So obviously, and very good of him to be honest, because some men are pigs and they probably wouldn't be honest. But he was very honest, which actually made me like him more. But good on her. She's got a good one. I'm very happy for her. And I'm happy for him. Great, nice people. But that was very brave of me to do that. I really put myself out there to do that. And I was shaking when I did that. I was very, very nervous. But otherwise, how do you meet people? Help me.
One respectful rejection had her shaking. Imagine doing that 50 times and still being expected to make the first move. Welcome to the average man's dating experience.
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
Men aren't afraid of commitment. They're afraid of committing. In a culture where loyalty feels temporary, effort gets taken for granted, and one mistake can cost them peace, money, freedom, and access to their kids. A lot of men looked at the modern dating market and decided casual is safer than commitment.
Y'all, I personally think a lot of men out here don't like women, they like men. Like, I don't understand why guys are so obsessed with their homeboys, but it's actually very cringy nowadays. Like, go be with them, grow up. I don't know, but I think the first step is acceptance. If you're so in love with your homeboys, why do you have a girlfriend? Like, I want all the guys out there to know, like, it's okay to like men. Like, go be with that man. If you are so obsessed with a man and your life is just centered about pleasing your friends, why have a girlfriend? Like, you don't like girls. You like men. So go be with the man you love, which it be they homeboys. It's your homeboy.
This is exactly why a lot of men are mentally checking out. The moment a man values brotherhood, loyalty, or male friendships, people try to shame him for it. Men built civilizations side by side with other men long before modern dating turned everything into emotional surveillance.
Am I the only one who thinks nobody takes dating serious anymore? Because if I'm dating you, consistently going on dates with you and talking to you, I am getting to know you to see if we can build a life together, to see if we can have a future together. And everyone nowadays is just like, oh, let's keep it casual. Oh, I don't want anything serious. Then why are you wasting my time?
Here's the part nobody wants to admit. Men aren't refusing commitment because they're scared. They're refusing bad deals. A lot of guys watch relationships become expensive, stressful, one-sided, and disposable. So now women asking for seriousness are meeting men who no longer see commitment as a reward.
I am so fed up with this new generation of men. They literally don't want to get you no flowers. They don't want to take you on no dates.
All they want to do is ask you what you doing all day long and tell you lies. Like, I'm over it.
Men didn't randomly change overnight. A lot of guys stopped putting in traditional effort after realizing modern dating rewards them the same, whether they invest heavily or barely try. When men feel unappreciated, replaceable, and constantly tested, eventually they stop performing.
Why is dating so complicated nowadays? Like, why? Like, I'm the type of person that if I like you, I love you, trust me, you will know. I will tell you every day, but I will show you every day that I love you, that I crave you, that I want you, that I want to be with you. I will tell you, I will show you, I will do everything. But now I learn that when you do that, you come like a needy person or some weird shit. Like, no, I'm not needy. This is how I love. Let me love you how I want to love you. Because it's hard to find people that you have a connection with nowadays, right? So why do I need to pretend that I'm this mystery person, that I'm busy? No, papi, yo te amo, mi amor, yo te quiero. Everything, everything. Let me be romantic. Let me give you everything. Let me give you the world. But no. I'm 35 years old and now I learn you have to be a fucking bitch in order for you to be safe in this dating life. But guess what? I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna stay how I am. I'm probably gonna die alone, forever alone. But no, I refuse. I have so much love to give in this world. Like, I have so much to give. And I don't want to die without giving all the love I have in my heart to give to the correct person. Am I too much?
A good man doesn't want games, but he also doesn't want to be someone's soulmate on Tuesday when you met him on Saturday.
I saw a statistic the other day, and it basically said there are more single people now in their 20s to 30s than there have ever been. I can't remember what the exact number was, but it was substantial, and I feel like I have seen that. Everywhere I look, my own friends, people in my life in their 30s or nearing 30 and are still single. Amazing people that absolutely should have no problem finding anybody. So I just wonder why that is. I do think to a degree people are more content waiting to find somebody, but definitely not in all cases. Is it that people finally aren't settling? They're not accepting crappy relationships as a lifelong partner? It does make me sad too, though, how many friends and people I know that are, again, amazing and want to find someone and get married and they just can't. What is happening? Is there just no good men? Men, you need to step up and be better. What is going on? I mean, I do know that that's true. It does seem like there are less good men. Anyways, yeah. What is happening?
Notice how the conversation always ends with men need to do better. Nobody asks whether modern relationships are giving men anything worth committing to anymore. Men aren't disappearing. They're becoming selective, cautious, and less willing to sacrifice peace for unstable dating markets.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Men, for sure.
Why?
Because I feel like they get bored too fast.
Men are always looking for the next thrill.
A lot of people would answer, I guess, men are the ones who are easily bored because they cheat or they move on or they want to find another woman or that. But I would think of it as a lot of women are confusing. A lot of women don't know what they want themselves, causing a man to be confused of himself. So he can't really get what he wants from a woman. But that doesn't make it okay to cheat. But as a woman, I feel like they do get bored. They do get tired of hearing the I love you every day. They want something that's a challenge. They want something that they can't get. A woman's going to go try and get a man that they can't, or can do something better than the other man and they can't get him. So they're going to keep chasing it. So I feel like that's why a woman would want more.
Even she's admitting it. A lot of modern dating is driven by chasing feelings, not building stability. Some women say they want peace, loyalty, and consistency, but once they get it, they start craving uncertainty again. Then men get blamed for emotionally checking out of a game where the rules keep changing.
Why does dating suck in this era? The answer is men. Men are the reason that dating sucks. Oh, but you can't say that. Well, of course there are exceptions, but overwhelmingly, and statistics back this up. Men are the reason that relationships and dating suck. Not only do they no longer want to pursue women, they only want her if she doesn't want him back. As soon as she shows any type of interest, as soon as she lets her walls down, as soon as she lets him get to know her, he loses interest. As soon as she expresses how much she likes him, he's like, I don't like you that much anymore. I know a lot of single women can agree that this happens so frequently. I've seen videos about how we'll be dating someone that pursued us, initiated contact with us, and they'll do everything that we want as far as pursuing. They'll take us out, they'll be a gentleman, they will say the right thing. And then as soon as you start to like them back and show the tiniest ounce of interest, they're like, oh, I'm just really busy. It's sick. They only want the chase. And yes, I know there's going to be men in the comments disagreeing with me, calling me all sorts of names, saying that I need to choose better men. But here's the thing. Choosing better men looks like not choosing men at all, being single, not having kids, not getting married. And that's also a problem for men. So what we're not going to do is sit here and tell women to choose better men when men need to be better men. The last 4 or 5 guys that I have gone on a date with and have actually liked and continue to talk to after the date, regardless of if we ever slept together or not, it always starts and ends the same way. It starts with them showing a lot of interest, love bombing me, wanting to plan something ASAP, taking me out, buttering me up. The date goes well. They want to see me again. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm so much fun to be around. And then I'm like, okay, like things might actually be going well. I'm not going to have too many expectations, but let's just see what happens. And then all of a sudden, they randomly just like stop talking to you. They go from texting you all day, every day, when can I see you again, to, oh, well, I'm just really busy with work, or I just have a lot on my plate right now. And then you're like, okay, like I get it. Just can you let me know instead of like not talking to me for 2 days? Because in my mind, if you're not talking to me for 2 days, that means you've ghosted me.
Modern dating didn't collapse because men suddenly became evil. A lot of men learned that early stage dating rewards performance, attention, and excitement, not genuine connection. So guys play the game until they realize the woman likes the version they're performing, not the reality of commitment, responsibility, and consistency.
Have you guys noticed that most married men aren't actually happy? Most married men are lying to themselves and gaslighting themselves into thinking that they're happy in a marriage, which is loveless, sexless, where the woman always argues and belittles and emasculates them. Their wife endlessly nags at them while they're working full-time, trying to provide for her, for the family. Men will often victimize themselves and say that their mental load is overbearing. Meanwhile, the man has to look at the big picture, worry about the wife, the kids, working every day, endlessly paying for all of the bills, providing. He has to worry about investments, about retirement, about the college funds for the kids. Meanwhile, the woman only has to worry about preparing dinner, keeping the house clean, making sure that the kids are happy and healthy. The woman will say that she's overstimulated just because she has to cook dinner and keep the house clean. But they never stop to consider the mental load that men have. Most men stay in relationships so they don't lose everything, so they can see their kids and they don't have to split custody. It's truly so sad how many men gaslight themselves into staying in a relationship where both parties are not happy and they feel like they can't speak up because they have a wife who berates them or emasculates them and belittles them on the daily.
A lot of men are scared of commitment. They're scared of ending up trapped in one-sided marriages where they're expected to provide endlessly while getting disrespect, stress, and emotional coldness in return. Men are watching older generations carefully, and many are deciding the risk just isn't worth it anymore.
The men have finally started to get sick of modern dating. The other day I was talking to one of my friends and he told me that he's deleted Hinge because he's sick of all his dates being the same and being unfulfilling and being boring. Finally, the men have caught up. Women have been saying it for years. We have had the conversation about how modern dating is unfulfilling, how it's not really giving us what we need. People don't want to find real connections. It's empty, blah, 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 blah. We've done this. But now the men are starting to realize that. The men are starting to have those conversations. Why? Because everybody wants connection. Everybody wants intimacy. And I think men are finally starting to realize that the way that they're conducting themselves and the way that they are searching for romance and intimacy is empty and it is unfulfilling. I think the excitement and drama that comes from having options and chasing new experiences, it's just no longer as fulfilling as it once was. I think as a woman, this is a really interesting shift to witness in real time, because we've been saying for ages that modern dating is unfulfilling because the men do not seem to find value in deep, meaningful, mutual connection. Well, now there's this shift happening where the men are realizing that their methods of conducting themselves in the dating world are leaving them also unfulfilled. Interesting to see what comes of this.
Men were never confused about wanting connection. They just stopped believing modern dating was a safe place to build it. After years of mixed signals, transactional expectations, and disposable relationships, a lot of men checked out emotionally and started protecting their peace instead.
Just curious, anyone else in my shoes where you're in your 40s, I'm 43, you're single for the first time ever since you were like a teenager. I've been single for 7 months, which is the longest I've ever been single in my life. I've always jumped from relationship to relationship. My last relationship, honestly, I've been through hell and back just trying to get over that, realizing that it's better not to just jump into something just because you're lonely. Instead, taking a step back and like trying to find yourself, and that's some hard shit. And I don't think enough people talk about that, just how crazy it is being in your 40s and being on your own for the first time ever. By the time you're that age, you think you have it all figured out, you're fucking know everything. Like, that shit is crazy when you go from always having somebody to not having anyone to lean on. Friends, yes, of course you have friends, but it's not the same as having companionship, and you gain a routine with a person, just having that person to give love to and receive love from. And it's crazy. Like, it's a rough thing to go through. And again, when you're used to going from relationship to relationship, I was married for 13 years and I'm just not used to being by myself. I realized in my 40s, I don't even know how to change a smoke alarm battery. I don't even know how to change a drill bit in a drill. There's so many things that I still don't know how to do because I never had to do it for myself. And it's been an eye-opening thing for me, and it's honestly been the worst and best time of my life, and I've been appreciating it as much as I can, just laughing at myself and just making the best of every day. But healing is different. Learning to heal solo is hard, so keep it up.
This is the part modern dating ignores. A lot of people spend decades relying emotionally, financially, and mentally on relationships without ever building themselves first. Now men are watching this happen in real time and realizing peace, independence, and self-reliance might actually be safer than forcing another relationship just to avoid loneliness. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.